Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, lots of exciting things happening today. First things first, I want to address, I do kind of have a new little background going on. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I don't know. I didn't do anything too crazy. All I did was move this little shelf that I had. Where's my finger? Hello. I had like a little IKEA drawer right here, and all I did was move it on the side of me because it's easier for me to like get in and out of here. This holds like all of my powders, palettes, like everything I need is right here. So yeah, let me know what you think about the new background. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna have to like wait and see it on the big screen, you know? So before I get into what we're doing today, as you guys already know by the title, I do want to say welcome if you're new here. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it. Hit that subscribe button down below, okay? We do a lot of fun, colorful looks here on my channel, so if you're into that sort of thing, then you definitely want to come over here and join the family because it's a lot of fun. And that's all I'm going to say. So today we are playing with the new Bperfect Dream Big Manifest palette. Now, I just want to say, first off, that I was not going to buy this palette. I saw it and I saw like videos on it and I was like, you know what? Do I really need that palette? Like, it's honestly not really speaking to me. It kind of overwhelms me a little bit, but do I really need it? And of course, my dumbass went out and bought it because I had to, okay? So if you don't know, Bperfect is the same makeup brand that created my beloved Carnival palettes. Those palettes are just like top notch. If you haven't gotten your hands on one of them, you need to, okay? Don't waste any more time. But then they launched this palette right here. This is what she looks like. We are going to do swatches on that. That's going to come after this, after I'm done blabbering on. This palette, when I got it in the mail, I opened it and I was like, I get it. As soon as I saw this palette, I had already thought of like a bunch of looks that I wanted to do. And I'm not gonna lie, most palettes, they really overwhelm me and I don't know what to do. This palette has me wanting to do all kinds of different looks. I don't know what it is about it. It's not a palette that I would normally gravitate towards, but just something about it is just, I don't know. It's just calling me to do so many looks. As soon as I opened it, I knew that I had to play with these greens, which is what we did today. And this is how it came out. It's a little much. I'm not going to lie, it is a little much, but I still love it. I feel like when you get a new palette, you just kind of have to go like hard and go in on it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to do purple looks. I want to do pinks. I want to do bronzy looks with this palette. Like something about it is just speaking to me and I don't know what it is because it's just not something I would normally get, you know? I'm not going to go into too much detail about this palette and how I feel about it. You'll have to wait till the end. So make sure you keep watching. But just a little spoiler, I'm not going to throw it away. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to see how I got this look and you want to see me swatch this palette, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So here's a little up close of the palette. I'm obviously just gonna go row by row, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started.
Jack it up.
So yesterday I was trying to do something similar to this look, and my eye would not stop watering. It was so bad. I don't know what was going on. I thought it was maybe because I tried to do a couple of different looks and then I just kept like wiping them off because I didn't like how they were coming out. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sponge. Because my eye does that. It'll get irritated if I keep like rubbing on it and it'll start watering and then I can't do makeup. But my other eye, this eye was perfectly fine, but as soon as I started using the black in this palette, it started watering again, this eye, and I didn't do anything to that eye. So I think there's something in the black eyeshadow that my eye just does not like. I don't know. Because on this eye, I didn't add the black until the last part, and my eye was fine. And then as soon as I added the black, it was like my eye started watering again. So that's why the bottom part of my eye isn't done yet, because I'm saving that till the very, very last. Because I don't want to ruin my eye. So I just primed using my Morphe concealer. And the first shade I'm going to use is Stories right here. And I'm kind of taking that on like a, what is this? Pencil brush. And I'm just going to start mapping out my shape. The one thing I liked about this look is it wasn't very precise. So you don't have to make sure everything is just perfect. It can be messy. I feel like the messier you are with these types of looks, the better they come out. So I want to see how my eye does before I add the black, because this one was the one that was super angry yesterday. So right now this one's perfectly fine. I'm not using black yet. And I'm going to see how it reacts as soon as I put the black on. I'm going to switch to a more pointier pencil brush and just pick up that same shade, just kind of deepening up this color. This color is super pretty. It's like a bluey green color. It's gorgeous. Honestly, it's just gorgeous. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to go around those edges. So far the shades do blend out pretty easy. I haven't really had any problems blending or anything. I feel like the pigmentation could be a little bit better, but they're also not the worst shadows I've ever used either. Next, I'm going to take the shade Hustle. This is like an olive green color, and I'm going to use that shade to start pulling out these shadows. As soon as I saw this palette, I knew I had to use the greens. They were just calling to me. But the one thing I found is there's not a lot of like blending shades for the greens. Like you get 1, 2, 3, 4 green shades in here, and 2 of them are matte and 2 of them are shimmer. So it's kind of hard to create something if you just want an all green look. But I mean, I think what I did is pretty good. Not to toot my own horn. I'm not worried too much about blending right now. I'm just trying to get the pigment laid down. And then I took Bondi, this shade here. It's picking up a little bit more orange on camera, but it is kind of more of like a terracotta type of shade. And this is our last shade that we're going to use to pull out this shadow. Normally I don't use shades like this, but like I said before, it was kind of hard to find shades to like blend out the green, so that's why I went with this one. But I actually kind of love it. Like I kind of want to do like a whole terracotta type of moment, you know? So I'm going to let that sit for a minute. We'll come back to that. I'm going to blend everything in like fast forward speed. And then I'm going to go back in with Hustle, just a tiny, tiny bit. And I'm going to start blending this out. I don't want to use too much of this shade because I don't want it to look too dark in this inner corner, but I needed a little bit of something to blend out this greeny shade. God, I am all over the place today. Then I'm going to go back in with Bondi, and this is going to be the main color focus on this inner corner. I feel like I need a little bit more on this side. So as of right now, my eye is not watering. It's completely fine. And I'm really scared to go in with the black. I only used a little bit. I seriously went in with the tiniest amount of black just because I was so afraid, but I feel like I needed some more depth in with this look. So I'm terrified to go in with this black right now, but it must be done. So I'm going to go in with inked, and this is not the best black I've used, but it'll work. And I'm just keeping that on these outer corners just to add a little bit of depth and dimension. I know everything looks like a hot mess right now, but it all pulls together. I'm also not taking that shade all the way into my inner corner just because, like I said, it's going to get covered up. I'm just putting it on the outer half. So I know it looks like a complete wreck right now. I'm aware. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in with all those same shades, use all the same brushes, and just really blend, add the color, all of that good jazz. I don't know what it is with these looks, but on my viewfinder in my camera, it looks totally unblended. But I swear it's blended. Like, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I'm using my Morphe concealer. This is the white one. I'm not being very precise with this at all. I'm just dragging it up, and then I'm going to end up smoothing out the line just so it's not too precise. I don't want that for this look. Okay, so, sorry, I'm not farting, I swear, it's my chair. So for the lid, I actually went in with two different shades. The main one I went in with is Believe, and I took that just straight on my finger and just plopped it right on it. And I am taking it up to that line, but I'm also going a little bit over it. And then using my finger to kind of like pull down to blend it. Oof, that color is something else. It's very, very pretty. And then I took Shrek. And this is more of like an olivey green shimmer. And I put that right on this edge, just connecting it with that black. And I also took it onto my lash line. I think like a smoky green look with the Shrek shade would be phenomenal. Oh, it would be sick. So I'm going back in with Believe, and I'm just going to run that where we ended that cut crease line. This is the best part about not having to be precise with looks, is you can just be as messy as you want. The messier, the better. So I think what my problem is with these types of looks is right here. I'm seeing like it looks really dark right there, but that's where my natural brow sits. So I think it's like creating this kind of like shadow to make it look not so blended. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to tell myself that. Maybe I just suck. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrow because I don't know if you guys noticed I didn't have my freaking eyebrow on. So I'm going to do my eyebrow, and then I'm going to come back and do the brow bone highlight because we did something a little bit different. I really wanted that brow bone to just sparkle. So I will be right back. My brows are like on a whole different level today. Oh, I don't even think they're even. It's okay. We'll just ignore it. It's fine. It's totally fine. All right, so the first thing I did with my brows was I went in with my Makeup Revolution highlighter. I use this one kind of a bit. This is the white one, but it has like the green reflex in it. And as always, just putting it right under the brow bone. This is what I did at first, and then I was like, no, I need something more, something else. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, but I needed a pop of something. So then I decided I would go in with my Sample Beauty pigment in the shade Angelic, and it's this super beautiful white, very messy shimmery color. So I just went and wet my brush, dipped her in there, and just stamped that right under the brow bone. Oh my god. Ugh, it's so sparkly. I mean, look at that shine. That might be a little too much shine. That's like on a whole new level of brow bone highlight. Like, ooh. I'm gonna have to fix this one. I went a little too heavy with this one. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna fix up this brow bone highlight because I went a little too crazy. I'm gonna do my base off camera because today was mostly just about the palette. And then I will come back and I will give you my final thought. I'm honestly probably just gonna keep the under eyes pretty basic. I'm really scared to put anything under them just because they've been so watery, but we'll see how it goes. So, BRB. All right, guys, and this is it for the finished look. I think I went a little too far with this look. Like, I didn't really know when to stop. So let me get a little closer. So on the bottom, my eyes are totally fine right now. I don't know if it was the black in the palette or if it just was allergies. I don't know. My friend told me to take Claritin and that sort of helped. So maybe that's what it was. But for the under eyes, all I did was I used all the same shades on the bottom. And then I dipped into a little bit of Macaroni, which is this shade right here. This shade is so pretty. When I tried doing this look yesterday, I wanted to use that shade so bad, but like I said, I just couldn't. My eyes wouldn't stop watering. And then I went in with my Beauty Creations Gel Pot Liner in the shade She's Mossy. It's like this super pretty green shade. And that's all I did. I didn't do anything too crazy. The lips are... What did I use on the lips? I used Colored Rain Sugar and then topped that off with Lime Crime Virgo. And this is what we got. This is the finale. It's the final countdown. Is this necklace too much? I feel like it might be a little much. But all in all, I really do love how this look came out. I'm like giving my manifesting energy over here, you know? Vibes? I don't know. I've never manifested anything, so I don't really know. But all in all, I think it did come out great. The palette worked amazing. There was no problems with it except for the black, like I said yesterday, but that could just be me. The colors blend out super easy. I wish they were a little bit more pigmented, but it's not anything that's gonna like discourage you from doing a look at all. They are pigmented. I just wish they were more like bam pigmented, you know? The shimmers are amazing. I'm excited to see how these swatched. I have not swatched this palette yet, but obviously as you're watching this, you've already seen the swatches. But I do want to talk about it. It is a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. The order of it is kind of like driving me insane. I wish the order of the shadows were, I don't know. I just wish it was organized better is what I'm trying to say. But the shimmers in here are absolute perfection. I really want to go in with this shade here. This is called Anne. And oh my God, that shade is truly something else. Oh my God, it's amazing. But I feel like with that shade, I'd have to do like a purpley pink look. And I was going to do that today actually, but I kind of wanted to like stray away from that. I do that all the time. I am actually going to compare this to the Carnival palettes because it is the same makeup company. And I feel like the shadows are pressed the same. In the first Carnival palette, they're a little bit more firmly pressed. In the second one, they're a little bit looser. And in this one, I feel like they found like the perfect medium for how they pressed their shadows in here. They're not too tough to get into, but they're also not too soft. The shimmers, on the other hand, are very, very soft. I don't mind that though. To me, it just makes it more, gives it better payoff. The one thing I wish that they did do is put in more blending shades. With these browns, there's two browns right here. There's Mega, and then there's this one right here, which is Wing It. On camera, they pull a little bit different, but I feel like they could have left one of these out. I prefer this shade right here. It's more of a chocolate shade, and this one's like a Swiss chocolate shade. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like they could have done one or the other. I don't feel like they needed both of these. But all in all, I really do think it's a great palette. Do I think you absolutely positively need this palette? No, not really. I don't. I am glad I have this in my collection. I would say if you're going to get this palette, I would mostly buy it for the shimmers in here because they are just like, they're great shimmers. They really are. Lots of weird textures in this palette. Some of them are like creams, some of them are shimmers. Lots of different type of textures in here, which I actually appreciate. But yeah, I think it's a great palette. I really do like it. I don't think you absolutely need it, but it is a fun one to have like in your collection. I'm probably going to play with this a lot more. Like I said, I want to use that Anne shade with like a purple look. I do. I like it. Those are my final thoughts. That's all I have to say. All right, guys. So as usual, if you like me, if you like my content, you like my videos, you like my makeup style, then go ahead and subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. I will link that on the screen right here, somewhere over here. And all the other products that I used today, I always link my products down in the description box. So if you're ever wondering what I've used, then you can find it down there. And I have nothing else to say except I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.